It is time to recognize finally our WPIAL champions from 1954. I told you the story at the beginning of the evening, and tonight I would like to recognize them and ask them to come up and join me, if they will, as we call their names. First of all, I want to thank personally Jerry Suffoletta. Jerry Suffoletta was the first guy that we called and said that we were going to induct the 1954 football team this year. And I knew that Jerry would help us out because he did so when we put the 52 team in. And he made phone calls and he tracked people down, and he did so much to help out our effort and trying to get as many people here tonight as possible. So Jerry, thank you, and I will invite you to come up first if you will. Members of the 1954 WPIAL Championship football team, and if they are here in the building tonight, we want you to come forward. Jerry Suffoletta is first. The other members of the team are Bob Lang, John Jr. Flara, Marty Vareso, Ron Kernich, Dan Kravosha, Mike Doyle, Henry Suffoletta, Phil Ewings, Dan Zoop, Bill Blakemore, Buddy Mamula, Harry Blair, Earl Pennington, Chuck Schmidt, Barrett Ball, Vince Paulian, Joe McLean, Leroy Turner, Ivan Toncic, Alan Dreer, Rick Zapsik, head coach John Petchel, assistant coach Charlie Pulse, manager Richard McGeehan, John Schulte, Frank Barisic, Frank Cardula, John Jr. Ulizio, Frank Bay, Alan Lang, Jim Hibbard, Rich Guerra, Sam Pursuti, assistant coach Jimmy Petro, Victor Pursuti, Dick Bloor, Lou DeCiccio, Joe Wachina, Jack Conway, Leon Love, Mylan Lona, Henry Torres, Mike Spanik, Brownie Vukovic, and manager John Gipolo. Gentlemen, those of you in attendance tonight, please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the 1954 WPIAL co-champion football team here at Midland High School. Let's welcome them into the Hall of Fame. Gentlemen, I am going to actually offer you guys the microphone. If you have any thoughts that you'd like to share, any memories that you'd like to share as we come to the conclusion of our banquet tonight. Mike?
I thank the committee for recognizing our team, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I'm at a loss for words. I wish the people that are all on this team were here. Obviously, a lot of them aren't, and we hope for the best of everybody that's still with us right now.
Well, we have a good football team, and not only did we stick together on the field, we stuck together as people and good friends, and we're still good friends. But a lot of our friends have passed away, and we do miss them. Thank you very much for having us here.
Championship teams are very, very difficult to attain. Been around for many, many years, and it's very, very difficult to attain be on a championship team. We had a great chemistry that particular year. The seniors were tremendous, but we also had a great support from the juniors and the sophomores. And that's what made that team so great. And I'm so proud to be of it. and in that I do not live in the community now, I do think of this town almost every day of my life, and I will to the day I die. Again, I thank the committee and wish you folks a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, I'd like to thank the committee. I deeply appreciate it. I'd also like to mention Sammy Rosenthal. I was lucky enough to play ball for him in Catholic school, basketball and football, Vic and I and a few other guys. And he was a wonderful person, a wonderful human being, and I'm very happy that you recognized him. Thank you.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, I just hope there's more of us above the grass out there somewhere and not underneath it. We sure enjoyed playing here in Midland. We was a real team. We're still a team. Thank you and have a Merry Christmas.
I don't know if I can talk in this. They only say I talk too much. But I'll tell you what, Mr. Pulse and Sammy Rosenthal, they were two of my idols. When I come out of Catholic school, I had to take a stance. Get down. Little guys can make it. They can make it. And he actually pushed me to play football, and I enjoyed every bit of it. And I went to Germany, and I runners up at all Europe and there, and a little guy like me. Thank God to Mr. Petchel and Mr. Pulse and Sammy Rosenthal. And I hope there's some more people to help younger kids coming up right now. Thank you for inviting us and for having a good time with you.
I'm going to bring you over this way, if you don't mind. And Alan Freed is here from the Beaver County Times. I want to thank the Times for their superb coverage of our event this year, leading up to the event. I realize we had the projector going on some of your faces while you were talking, but if you guys can scrunch in there and get a picture. Again, the Beaver County Times and the Liverpool Review and the Midland Today, Fred Miller and the folks there. Kayleen Couple from the Times did such a marvelous job, and of course the River Styles section of the Evening Review. We really appreciate the coverage that they gave us this year. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, the 1954 Class A football champions. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. And again, we remember your teammates who could not make the trip and who are no longer with us here this evening as well.